Hello and welcome to another Teen Adult DIY. My name is Mr. Eric and today we are going to create some tinfoil art. So, as you can see behind me, I have one of my examples here that I've made, and basically it's kind of like a rainbow abstract art, and it just kind of like resembles kind of like leaves and branches. So that's one of them. Another one I made is this really cool, kind of just a simple like house on the grass, and then a giant tree, a sun, and then a cloud here. And so I kind of just create a simple drawing right there. So yeah, so this is what we're gonna make. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a small piece of cardboard, just like this. It doesn't have to be too big. Some tin foil. You're going to need some tape or a glue stick, a pair of scissors, some colorful Sharpies or markers, a hot glue gun, and I would be very careful when handling hot glue and to always have some adult supervision if necessary, and some hot glue refills, and either a pencil or a black Sharpie to kind of go over your drawing. And yeah, and that should be all. So now we can get started. So what you're going to do first is you're going to grab your cardboard and you kind of draw just a pretty simple design on it. Doesn't have to be too like all covered with a drawing, just kind of very simple. So what I did for this one is I just drew a giant cloud, some lightning bolts, and a couple of raindrops around it. Kind of represents the rainy season, or that's coming up real soon. And so, yeah. So now after you go over it with pencil and you have your design ready, what you're going to do next is you're going to hot glue. So, and then once your hot glue is ready and it is hot, you can go over your design with the hot glue. So let's get started on that. So with the hot glue, this will take a while to do. So I would be very careful with it and don't go too fast, just go at your own pace. So what I'm doing is I'm just going over and tracing with the hot glue of my design. And what you're going to need is, so once you see the hot glue is finishing up, you're going to add more refills onto it, because this does require a lot of hot glue refills of the hot glue sticks that you have. So yes. All right, so now that I have finished adding hot glue to all of my design, it should look just like this. And you're going to let it dry or cool down, for a couple of minutes. You should wait at least maybe between 2 to 3 minutes because it doesn't really take that long to cool down. So yeah, so while you're letting it cool down, what you can do is you can get your other materials ready. Just so, for example, the tin foil, you can start cutting out the shape of the tin foil, which I have right here. And you just need like a square or rectangular shape of that. And then you can also get your colored Sharpies or markers that you're going to use and get those ready and set aside for later. So yeah, so this shouldn't take too long to cool down, like I mentioned. So if you want to test it out, I would just kind of very quickly with a finger, just lightly tap it and see if it's like kind of cool down. And I can tell with this, it is very cool down. So I'm not burning my hand. So you can tell that, okay, so now that it's cooled down, you can start adding your tin foil. So what you're going to do with that is you're going to lay the tin foil flat on the surface, you're going to add this over it. And with that, you're going to just kind of gently enclose it. And that's where the tape comes in. You're going to tape it down. You can also glue it down with a glue stick. And I'm just going to add a piece in the center, and you'll see why in a minute. And then I'm going to do this side. All right, and so now I'm going to do the top part. So yes, like I mentioned, you want to go very gentle with the tin foil because it is very somewhat fragile. So you don't want to, tear a hole in it. So be very careful when you're working with that. Okay. Gonna turn it around and do the left side. All right, and so that's how it should look in the back side, and then the front side should look like that. So as you can see, you can't really tell the shape of your drawing. So what I do is with a finger, you very lightly kind of go over it and kind of press down on the creases. So let me show you that. So I can already tell that I have the cloud on the bottom side, so that's where I'm starting with. And you kind of just press it down, kind of like that. So that way it shows the shape of your design. Okay. So you also want to make sure you go all around, so that way you don't miss anything that you drew. All right, and it looks like I've just about have it all completed or all pressed down. So you can kind of see the shape of it. So that kind of helps you a little when you're going to add the colors, the markers and Sharpies. So yeah, you kind of see that. And so what I'm gonna do next is I'm just going to kind of go over it with the markers. So what I'm gonna do is for each raindrop, I'm just going to color it in. And I'm going to use different shades of blue. So I'm going to have one like that done. And then let's grab another one. As well, when you're working with the Sharpie, you want to gently go over it. So that way you don't poke a hole in it. Because that's kind of what happened with one of my other ones. And so I needed to kind of go lightly with that. Did I use that one? Let me see here. Nope, okay. All right, and so this is what I have so far. I kind of just went over some of the raindrops, and I've noticed I just missed one right here. So I'm gonna go over that real quick, and then I'm just gonna draw an outline of the cloud. So yeah, this one was a pretty simple one. I don't wanna go make it too difficult, but you can do however you like. It's up to you. But for this one, I just want to do a simple one here. And I do like the tin foil because it kind of makes your artwork look kind of shiny. Yeah, see, there you go. So there is my artwork, my tin foil art. And yeah, this is a lot of fun to make, and hopefully you have as much fun as I did. And be sure to show us some by taking some pictures and sending it to us here at the Independence Public Library on our Facebook page. And yeah, so hopefully you have really fun with as much fun. And we will see you next time for another Teen Adult DIY. Have a great day. Goodbye.